Yo, what's up? Yep, it's your boy Mondale, and today I want to touch bases on workouts. All right, so first of all, I want to say stop being lied to. You do not need to go to a gym and pump iron. That stuff looks cool, right? And a lot of times, you don't really know what you're looking at on social media. I want to take you guys through some workout steps for beginners. If you're a beginner and you really want to like start a workout program, I'm gonna actually take you through a full body exercise that I would highly recommend you do. Right now, we're not gonna lift no weights, but we are gonna use another tool that I highly recommend to my clients, or even clients that has been hurt, and I take them to like a rehabilitation process, either post surgery or a post injury. Anyway, I want to go over some workouts. It's gonna be a full body. And don't forget, some of you guys want to rush to the gym because you see everybody with the big biceps and it looks cool and it feels great, but your form is terrible. Get your form right. So before we add any weight to your body, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to learn how to master your own body weight. Most people, for example, have clients come up to me and say, Mondale, I want to be able to push 200 pounds. Okay. But they struggle with 5 push-ups. That's not going to happen up under my watch. That's poor foundation. Good foundation, we're going to start with your body weight first. And then as we progress, then we start to add weight to your body. But it wouldn't make sense for me to sit here, add weight to somebody's body when you're not even able to master your own body weight. Does that make sense? So we're going to create good foundation. And the first thing we're going to do is arms. For those who don't know, this is a resistance band. And they got different resistance band to the point to where some of them like 15, 20, 25 pounds. This one this is 50 pounds as far as the resistance. So the darker the resistance bands, the more resistance. The lighter, the more easier. So what I'm going to do is, you can put 1 foot in, but the more you step on it, the more resistance you get, okay? Now, let's say I would highly recommend my clients do 15 to 20 reps. 15, 20 rep range is really good because you're able to get that muscle warm and you're able to allow your central nervous system to adapt to good form and you'll be able to feel the engaged muscle group. All right, so when I'm doing my curls, I like for my arms to go forward. I don't like a drag curl because you start to use other muscle groups that's unnecessary. So I like to drag my arms forward like this to create more of a gravity pull on my bicep. And as you see, this is already my first rep. And my biceps is already engaged. So it's very important. You must have that connection with your mind to the right muscle group. You want to start off with a good foundation. So I would highly recommend you actually do 15, but shoot for 20 reps of these. Fully extend, come up. You don't have to come up to your mouth. If you want to, I like to come up to where I know that my bicep is peaking, and I like to stretch and contract and stretch. That's the first exercise. So the second exercise we're going to do, we're going to use this same resistance band. Now this time we're going to go for shoulders. Highly recommend stepping 1 foot, put it right here, and push up with an overhead. Right there, stack the joints, push. Stack the joints, push. You want to make sure you push all the way up. Push. Push. I would highly recommend you do 20 reps of those. Now, again, this is actually with a 50-pound resistance. You don't have to use the 50-pound. You can actually use the 10 or 15, whatever works for you. But you want to make sure that those reps are pretty high and the right muscle is getting engaged. That muscle group right there will actually focus on the anterior and the lateral deltoid here. You'll feel the burning sensation. That's the second exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is squats. So the third exercise is the squats. Now, the reason why I got this is because most people, when they do squat, they have no idea how certain muscle groups are too tight and they really accommodate in using other muscle groups that should not be firing. A squat is like sitting in a chair. Most people say a squat is like a baby. Well, we already know when you're 15, 16, 30, and 40, you don't have the same range of motion. So by me being a 43-year-old, I know I don't have the same range of motion when I was a toddler or a baby. So that's out of the question. I'm not going to go that far. It ain't that serious. But I am going to go to the point where I'm able to squat. I feel more contraction in my muscles, less pain. It's like sitting in the chair. Squat, big chest, tighten everything up, squat down, push up. So make sure when you squatting that you pushing from the back of the heel. You're not raising your toes up. You're keeping everything flat and you're engaging the right muscle groups. Keep everything tight. You do not have to lock your legs out like this. That's bad on your joints. Only when you have to. I would highly recommend when you're squatting, lock out about 90, 95 and go back down. You want to keep those quads and the glute engaged. I would highly recommend you do 25 reps of those. I got this mat right here. Now, you can do chest on your knees. I tell people, you can do chest on your knees and you're firing up the same muscle group if you're in the correct form. One is, for my beginners, my clients, I always tell them to cross their legs up. Make sure the butt is not sticking back. You want to sink the butt in. Why? Because you want all the weight to shift to the chest. Lean forward like this. So you already know, you feel the chest, part of the deltoid and the tricep already engaging based on your form. So right now, if you're already in good form, all you can do is execute the right muscle groups. You come out like this. Make sure your elbows are not out like this. It's bad on your shoulders. And go in at a 45-degree angle. Push up. There we go. Push up. Right now, my triceps, which is my secondary muscle group, and my chest, my primary muscle group, are both firing. Those are the muscle groups that should be firing. My core is tight. Okay? Now I'm going to turn to the side so you can also see my form. Crossing my foot. As you can see, my butt is not sticking back. I got a tight core and I'm working the muscle group that I want to work. I would highly recommend when it comes to the chest, that is not a common strong area for most people. I would highly recommend you do 12 to 15 reps. Now, when you're doing these exercises, give yourself about maybe 10 to 15 seconds between each exercise to go to the next exercise. So using your arms, your shoulders, your legs, and your chest, by the time you do one whole round, which is heavy exercise, then you rest for 60 to 90 seconds, and then you do it again. The last thing, very important, what's the main thing that y'all know I do every day? Core is very important. All right, so a very effective way where you know that you're not really compensating is a plank. Sit-ups, people can tend to use more of their neck, which I highly doubt, but it is what it is. I like to make sure that I'm engaging the right muscle groups. I like to keep things very simple, okay? Elbows. I get on my elbows like this here. This is a secret I've learned. When you push against the ground like this, see this, my hands, when I push my forearms against the ground, my core automatically engages. So that takes the pressure off my lower back. And you hold this for 25 seconds. Lock everything out. Hold it, keep pushing against the ground. Push, 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 push. And when you push and you push and you push, yes. You give me 25 seconds of those. So in the curls, 20. Shoulders, 20 reps. Squats, 25. Chest, 15. And 25-second planks. You do each round 6 to 8 times. If you do these exercises every other day for the next 4 to 6 weeks, modified version, after the month, maybe more, maybe lesser, has passed, through consistent training and proper dieting, you'll be amazed where this take you. Keep it simple. These exercises you can do at home, in the gym, in your backyard, in your garage, wherever you want to do them. No equipment needed. Okay? Listen, another thing I want to let you know. Make sure that you don't just listen to people, because a lot of people study science. And then you got people out there that apply science. If you can, take advice from somebody that do both. Before I became a trainer, I was in school for years. So before I actually really became a trainer, I was already training people. I was fascinated about other people's concern, their health goal, and how the body works. I was already in what I love to do. I didn't wait. I mean, until I started, taking their money, I waited. But I was already, training people for free because I really wanted to understand the science behind training and what it really took. Everybody's body and mindsets and lifestyles are totally different. My job is to identify their daily occupation and apply different training programs to that. Other than that, listen, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. I hope you like this video, because if you did like this video, I'm sure you're gonna like the next one. Like, share, subscribe to the next video. Peace out.